Hi everyone, and welcome. I'm Angela Palmer, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator based in Auckland. I'm on the North Shore, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you today, whether you're watching on this Facebook Live or YouTube Live, or watching the recording later. Thank you for joining me. So I'm going to share some ideas and give you some inspiration for your paper crafting, your stamping, your card making. So I hope you have lots of fun today as we get together and do this. So today I'm going to be sharing with you the Wild Fern stamp set and dies, which feature in the mini catalogue. And I really noticed this particular set because of a couple of the stamps in particular are quite sort of suited for New Zealand, with one like a fern and then sort of a koru. So I'll show you those shortly, and I'll give you some different ideas and ways that you can use these particular stamps and dies. So appreciate you being here. If you've got any questions or comments, please feel free to comment as we go along. I seem to be getting Facebook comments fine. I'm still trying to work out if the YouTube ones are coming through. So apologies if you are commenting on YouTube and they're not. I will look into that more. We'll see what happens today. So like I said, even if you're watching this later, feel free to comment and I will go back and answer questions and things too. So appreciate you being here. So what I'll do is I'll get started. I'll turn my camera around to my desk and I'll show you this wonderful bundle, stamps and dies. Here we go. No, we're not swapping over. Here we are. All right. So this is the Wild Ferns. So you can see here the stamp set. So we've got both some images and some words and things, and then the dies too. So you'll see what I mean. We've got this particular one here, like our fern for New Zealand, and then these with the koru on it. And then variety of different sentiments and things just to encourage or thank people. And then we've got these dies. Now some of the dies complement the stamp, so you can, these ones here will cut out. So you've got some that will cut out like so, and these ones as well. And then we've got some, whoops, a daisy, that way around. Then we've got some extra dies, which are great for cutting out our words and then adding a little bit more embellishment to our project. And the great thing about these is you cut this out and you've got, you know, a whole collection together in one. So I'm mostly going to we'll do stamping on the first card, and then I'll share a second one with you, which will use those dies. So I'll show you how those work as well. All right, so at the beginning of the month, on a Tuesday, I have my coffee and cards class. So that was on Tuesday, and we made this card. So I've got a couple of variations of it. All right, here we go. So it's a note card, so slightly smaller than your standard card, and involves a little bit of, or stamping predominantly, and a little bit of kind of sponging as well. So I'll sort of show you some tips along the way of what I did. So this was one of the first ones that I created, and yeah, it was not quite so busy with the ferns and things, and obviously one of my really nice ones was ended up being hidden by the sentiments. As we're stamping, we need to kind of think where that's going so that we can not hide it too much. So the next one I've done, but I used a different punch to punch it out, this double oval one. Again, I've lost a little bit of that koru, but you can see a bit above and below. And by the time I did it a third time, here we go, a bit better with my placing and things. And then I've gone back to using the hexagon punch for that one there. So what order do we do? So you can kind of see the progress and things. Yeah, but that's just to give you some ideas of how you can do it. Here's another one I did. There's not quite so much of the koru in that one. But yeah, we try these things and then we can improve on them. So let me show you what I did. So I started off with this here. And I'm going to start, doesn't really matter which one we do, whether it's the fern or the koru one, but I might actually do that Koru one first because it's a bit bigger. So if I think that my sentiment's going to go around here, I'm going to want to do one that's kind of a bit above it so we can see it. And this is Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to do another one down here. Okay, so that's probably enough. Then I'm going to come in with Old Olive. And I'm going to do my fern one. So kind of having one sort of coming down from the top like so, and maybe one at the bottom, another one sort of up here, maybe that angle like so, bearing in mind my sentiment will go there. And then there's another stamp, if I bring this out, where I can sort of fill in the gaps. So if you haven't seen that one, oops, it's sort of that patchy kind of look. And then I'm going to use a different green for that one. I'm going to go for Mossy Meadow. So that's like an even deeper green. But I'm sort of going to go off the edge for a bit of this. I don't really want to go over my ferns too much. Maybe a tiny bit down there. Now, if you look at my card and look at this card, it looks quite different. And you're probably trying to think why. So I've done a bit of colouring of over the top of my stamping. So I'll show you what that means. So here in the back, I'm using the glass matte, which is really good, easy to wipe for when you go over the edges and things. It's not currently available for sale. It was available for those that signed up recently, but hopefully later in the year, it should be coming back. So remember those dies that I showed you earlier? So this is for this one here. We're not cutting it out, but I've cut a template like this, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that over the top and hold it carefully. Use the same color ink, so the Granny Apple Green, and a blending brush, and gently color it, and you'll see what it does. So let me just bring it to the left a little bit, line it up again, and it just really frames it nicely, just defines it, I guess you could say. So I'm going to just start off so it's not a blob. Circular motions, color within that kind of mask. So this is kind of like using the negative mask. Often we'll cut something out and we'll use that, but this time we're using the bit that's left, like the negative. So we can have a look, see how that's looking. So doesn't that stand out? You can compare it to that, It really stands out. Often we'll kind of sponge the whole card, but in this example, we are just sponging around the stamped image. So let's keep going with this. All right, so I'm using the same color. So there we go. Doesn't that look amazing? Then I'm going to use my Old Olive and do the same for the fern. That's my Old Olive. Now, I'm not sure if you realize, but we do have large blending brushes and also small ones too. So if you want to be a little bit more intricate, you can use the small one. Now, it says Mossy Meadow, but ignore it. It's actually Old Olive. So I'm going to line that up, put it over. Same thing, just start off and then color. This is with Old Olive. There we go. And down here to this one. So we're just doing that on those particular stamps. One more at the top. Line it up carefully. And I think this is quite a cool technique. Now, if you didn't have the dies, you could fussy cut. It would be quite hard to fussy cut a shape like that out. So dies definitely make life easier. All right, so that kind of creates our background. So you'll notice that I've put some linen thread on it, and then I have done my sentiment. So I'll show you the two different sentiments, and you can decide which one we like. Okay, so what I think I stamped it in Granny Apple Green, so it's a slightly brighter color. So I'll go thank you for both. So we'll do one there and one there. Now you can either sponge it now, sort of guess, no, wrong colour. We want our Granny Apple Green. I'll use the little one this time. So start off and then just sponge. Isn't it cute? So these come in packs of 3 as well. Sometimes you don't want a big one, but a little one's quite nice. We'll touch it up later if we need it. Okay. So with my oval punch, which is here, we are gonna, I bet it doesn't, no, it's too high. I have to trim it because I can't get close enough to the bottom. All right, so we're gonna do this one here, line it up, punch it out, and then from a scrap piece of old olive, we'll just punch out this too. That will go together. So that's one option. For my hexagon punch, now in my newsletter this week, I use this punch and share tips and things and give an example of a card using it. All right. So we're going to punch that out. And then that's quite big, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Pop it back in and punch it out again. There we go. Okay, so these are the two choices. So let me glue that first one together and I'll put it on the card and you can tell me which you like. As you can see, I've done both methods. They're both very versatile punches. The hexagon's so popular at the moment, it's actually out of stock, but it's coming back. All right, so that's the oval one. That's the other one. So have a think and I'll look for comments and things. All right, so we're going to put my linen thread on here. So we need a little bit of tape. You can use a snail or Terran tape. My Terran tape is right here at the moment, so we're going to put a piece here and here. If you've been with me long enough, you know I'm very economical with this, and we go backwards and forwards so we don't waste too much. So to work out how much, I kind of put it across a bit extra. 1, 2, 3, cut. And then we'll cut another piece for the bow afterwards. All right, so let's start here. Yeah, about that height is where we want it. Stick it to the back, bend it over, come back. Whoops, I'm trying to get them a bit closer together. I might just cross slightly. Bend it over, stick it down to that, and come back again. And stick it to the back. Oh, a bit too generous on that one. Okay. There we go. Right, so now I'm going to adhere that to a slightly bigger piece of old olive, like so. And then after that, we'll put our bow on. Oops, we don't need those bits. Okay. Oh, we've got, what have we got? I like the oval one, and then we've got someone who likes the hexagon one. Oh, we're 50-50. Let's scroll down and see if there's any more comments. One moment. Are we half and half at the moment? So Kylie and Linda are here. Thank you both for joining me. Great to have you here. Oh, whoops, that side came out. That's all right. We'll quickly stick it back down before we glue it. Here we go. Whoops. Ah. All right, getting there. Stick that down. Okay. So we're half and half, the oval and the hexagon. What are we going to do? All right, where is my card base? Here it is. So I've used the note cards. So we will fold that in half. There is a crease line, but just make sure it lines up nicely. Grab a bone folder and give it a nice crisp fold. And that way, I think we'll put that on there. Is there anyone else watching? I'm not sure if anyone's commenting on YouTube. There are no YouTube comments showing. I have to figure out how to get those to show through. Is it that way around we did? Yes, there we go. So apologies if you're on YouTube and you're commenting. Have to figure out. All right, so back to our choices. So we've got this one, or we have this one. What to go with? And then we're going to do a little bow. So before I stick it down, I'm going to put that underneath and tie it up. Very fiddly. So like I said, this was one of the cards that we did at Coffee and Cards earlier in the week. So if you are local and you'd like to get together with others and make cards, you're welcome to join us on the first Tuesday of the month at Vero Cafe. We'd love to have you there. All right. Go with Kylie. What did Kylie say? Oval punch. Okay. Thanks, Linda, for compromising. Okay. So if you do have mini glue dots, not glue dots, sorry, mini dimensionals, it's better rather than put two big ones here, then it will be kind of on the linen thread, which is a bit harder to stick down. It's better to do kind of above and below, then it will stick more firmly to the card. So the question is, do I have my mini ones handy? I don't, but actually I've got the edges of these to use up, so they'll be quite good at the top and bottom. So let's go ahead with those. So we'll put some up there, and then we'll put some at the bottom, and that way the linen thread can go through the middle. Usually I like to use my take your pick tool to pull those off. All right, so like so. There we go. So that's, we can save this for another card. So that is our first finished card, mainly using the stamping and things. So yeah, what do you think of that? Do you like that one? But I really like the way that you stamp it and then you can kind of color over it by using that die cut. It just really defines it and make it kind of, you know, stand out, which is very cool. So I'm going to show you a card that we made a few weeks back at a leaders retreat. So I believe, if I'm correct, Leslie taught this card. We each had to, it was a group of demonstrators. We got together for the weekend and we each taught a card. So this one was taught, so it's using the same set, but more dies and things. And you can see too in the background, but even with different ones, we have sponged over them to make them stand out. So that's where I learnt that tip from. I'm sure others have done it as well. And then this has got vellum with the die. So you can still kind of see through with the stamping, and a variety of colours. Looks like a bit of wild wheat in there as well, and maybe, yeah, mossy meadow and granny apple green and things, and then a bit of linen thread and things too. So that's your standard size card, and that's a little note card one there. So then I had another play, and I did a very simple card just using the dies and things. So I've used just white with boho blue, and I've just used 2 of the dies on this, and it was a bit of a learning experience because I wanted the small one with thank you, but then I realized that these dies would kind of they're quite long, so they'd kind of get in the way. They really fit the slightly bigger die, so they're designed to go around this size one where I wanted to stamp in the thank you. So then I had another play and I came up with this one. Whoops. So you can see I've got the white behind, and then it hides all that sort of joining, and then I've put the thank you on the top, and I've gone for more layers this time. So let me just put that one sort of together, and then you can see how the dies work as well. Now hopefully all my bits are all still here. And I'm going to try all white rather than vellum, and we'll see how that looks. So we've basically cut 2 of each. So what have we got here? So 2 of those and 2 of those. And I'm hoping I've got the white one cut somewhere. Otherwise, I've got the blue one cut. Maybe it's inside. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Where is the white one? Just moving my bits and pieces to find it. Otherwise, we will quickly cut one now because it seems to have gone walkabout. All right, I'm going to bring up my mini machine and we'll cut a little one. I'm still here, just off camera. Okay, so let's have a look at that little one. So we're not going to, oh, it's right here. Silly me, you probably saw it and I didn't. Okay, it is here all along, so we don't need that machine for the moment. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. If you put these around here, you'll notice that they poke out the sides, okay? If I put it around this one, it's designed to go behind that and then it's hidden, okay? So if you do two of the same, so these two are the same, if I put one here and I flip the other one around, you have it like this. And you could leave it just like that, which is what I did on the first card. Okay. And if you want to add more layers, we can add the other one, which will go in the top right corner and it's sort of fill in behind like so and like so. So then it's a lot fuller, but this time it's all white. That's in vellum too. So let's do one layer, see how it looks, and then we'll decide if we're going to go for that second layer. So let's get the matching bits. So the good thing is there's lots of sort of die cuts on it, but we don't have to cut them all individually. We can just cut them, you know, all together, and it's designed so these bits glue so easily onto here. So I'm going to do this one here, glue that on, and I like glue because you can adjust it slightly. No, not everyone does, but you could use tape too as well. So there we go. And then for my background, I have used one of my favorites, what's it called? Exposed brick. So like that, but you'll see these corners are a bit blank. So let's have a go at then putting these ones on. And you might just need to poke any final bits that haven't come out. So there's a few on here. Just using my take your pick tool. But it's basically you just need a few die cuts. I've embossed the background, you don't need to. And it just is a fairly quick card, but it actually looks quite stunning. Looks like you've put a lot more effort in. Okay, so there we go. So let's put this up here, then it's filling in that top right corner a bit more. And this one goes down here, like so. So this one's all got white. This one is white and vellum. Okay. So let's put our card base together. So we've got just a thick basic white to go here. Then I'm going to put my embossed brick on top. No, I'm not. We're going to put it onto the Misty Moonlight first, just to give a slightly darker colour. Then we'll put it on our card base. Getting there. All right. Okay, looking good. Okay, then we're going to put that down. Now for me, I just adhered that flat because there's quite a lot going on with that. I stamped this one and put this up, or you could stamp that, glue that down, raise that up. It's totally up to you. Any thoughts on that one? Yeah. Let's glue it down for now. Whoops, that one has moved slightly. Oh dear, we just see how that's moved slightly. I'm just going to have to move it up a little bit, slide it up. We want to see the die cuts, so we're just going to move it. Doesn't matter if the back is messy because no one's going to see it. That's just showing a little bit there. So I want to just pull it down. Probably the best thing to do would be put it together, put it aside for a moment, let it dry, then stick it down there. I'm not going to move any bits. All right, here we go. Is that straight? Could go to the left a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to stamp in here. I've used a slightly darker color. I've used Misty Moonlight to stand out on the boho blue. I like my blues. Right, let's see if we can get this nice and straight. Usually I'd stamp then cut, but for the sake of time, I have cut first. And you know what? slight green tinge because I think I forgot to clean it in between, which was a little bit naughty. So you can always switch it around later, but there you go. Remember to clean your stamps. Okay, there we go. So that's using the dies from that set and the ones that frame it. So that was the first one. So it's a little bit simpler. And then this is with vellum and white, and that's all white. So do you have a preference of what you like? Yeah. So the simple, the vellum and white, or the all white. What do you like? There we go. Okay. So that's showing you a little bit of some ways to use the wild ferns. So with the stamps and the dies. So they're all a bit messy there, but there's the dies. So remember, you can use them for stamping and create something like this. So let me just show all the different samples. So there's that one with the double oval punch or with the hexagon punch. And you've got these different ones. And you've also got another one in greens like that, which was made by another demonstrator. So lots of cool ideas. I'm sure you can have fun and do lots of other things too. I haven't added any sparkle embellishments. I wanted to keep that feeling neutral. You could add a few rhinestones or pearls or something to that one as well. So there you go. Any questions about that? All right, I'm going to come back to me here. Where are we? Dum-de-da. We've got a green bowl in the way. Okay. Back to me here. Excellent. All right, well, thank you for joining me today. Before we go, I do want to share my screen with you and let you know about online exclusives. So let's see if I can share my screen. Chrome tab, this one, share. All right, can you see this? I'm hoping you can. So this is the online store. And recently, I think it was on the 4th, we have some online exclusives that have come out. So this is product that is not in the catalogs. Here it is, online exclusives, but it's only in the store. So you can either click on the online exclusives when it pops up, or if you go to menu and then online exclusives, it will bring up these products that feature only in the online store, not in a catalogue. So we'll include some of the catalogues. So here's 2 new catalogues which were released today. This is the Frog and Friends kit. So something that could be cool and fun to play with the kids and things. Something new and reasonable as well, $25.25. And there's another kit that's come out, which is this one here with some beautiful cards. So they're pre-printed and die cut. You can put them together and you just need the box of supplies and things. You don't need lots of other things. So great if you're on the go or introducing someone to stamping and they don't want to buy lots of things. And there's also lots of other really cool new products. So I know it's a bit small on the screen, but we've got the Latte Love bundle. Great. I've just got this arrived. So it involves for those coffee lovers. Great one for that. Some embellishment ribbon. There's last month's kit and lots of other things as well. So some other bundles and sweets and things. We've got the Simply Xena bundle if you like your flowers. What else have we got? Magnolias if you like magnolias, if I get it right, and all sorts of other things. So if you go to the store and you click on menu and then online exclusives, you will find these products. Now, if you're happy to order online, you can create, have your account and do so. If you're not happy to shop online, then hopefully are we back to me again now? Yes. If you're not happy to shop online, you can contact me and I can help order and things. But I just wanted to let you know that those products are there. They've just come out this month. Our current catalogues, this one, and our annual catalogues are still current as well. So there's lots out there for you to choose. So, oh, you couldn't see my screen. Wonder why. I couldn't see the comments while that was happening. Okay, let's see. Let me just check one more time. Let's try something different. I can't look at the screen and the comments at the same time. That's the problem. Can you see this now or not? It said to me it was sharing my screen. The tab, it says the tab is sharing my screen. Can you see it now? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh dear. Okay, I might have to work on that one. Maybe we'll just stop sharing. Come back to me. Okay, I'm not sure why you couldn't see it. It said it was sharing, but I'll have to look into that. But basically, if you go to the Stamping Up online website, if you click on menu in the top left, and then you'll find one of the little icons that say, what does it say? It says online exclusives. You can click on that and then it will bring them all up to you. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why it wouldn't share, even though it says it was, but you can get in touch with me if you've got any questions and things. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you being here. It's great to have you. And if you've got any questions, please sing out to me. If you're not on my newsletter, please feel free to subscribe. You'll get some exclusive information, tutorials, tips, that kind of thing that go to my newsletter subscribers. And it'll keep you up to date with things like online exclusives as well. So thank you for being here. I look forward to sharing with you again next week. And let me know if I can help you in any way. Until then, we'll see you then. Thanks so much. Bye.